People have a way of exposing themselves, and you don't have to say nothing. This is something that a pastor would say Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, and little did he know that he was exposing himself. Story time. I was sitting in a Bible study, and we were talking about the fruits of the Spirit, I believe it was, but I was sharing, you need to research why they were saying what they were saying, what origin and what culture when you study the Bible. Because he knew my husband and my take on the LGBTQ plus community, this man had a very bad knee-jerk reaction. We weren't even on that topic. And he said, so you think it's okay for two women to sleep in the bed together? It was abusive, and he would have never done it if I was a man. It was so abusive, he wouldn't let me speak, and he tried to get the congregation to try to embarrass me. Of course, that didn't work. But it was also so abusive that his wife and my husband had to tell him to calm down and get back to the lesson. After the lesson, I went to him personally. I didn't say it in front of everybody, but my husband and his wife were there. And I said, it's okay for us to agree to disagree, but it's not okay for you to disrespect me. And he was like, yeah, well, okay, fine. I apologize. But you brought it up. I said, no, you brought it up, because he'd been waiting to try to, quote unquote, expose me. This man does not realize the church sees him. And it sees him to the point where they have told me over and over again, some of them, he's intimidated by you. He's intimidated by your anointing, the way you pray, the way you carry yourself, the way that you look. That's not a me problem. That's a him problem. But as a pastor, you definitely need a mentor. You can't read out loud without stumbling over your words. That's possible nerves. You pray the same prayer every single Sunday. That's because you don't spend time with God. And you can't agree to disagree with somebody without having a knee-jerk reaction. You're not a pastor. To me, you're just a preacher. And as I see it, you're self-appointed because you're not ordained by God, because you can see it. Spiritually, you can tell when somebody wears the veil, and he doesn't. But nonetheless, this is some of my triggers and traumas that I've been dealing with because of church hurt. So processing it and getting it out and sharing it helps me as well. But understand, sometimes you speak your own demise, because he kept saying it. You don't have to say anything. People will expose themselves. And for those of you who are questioning, no, I don't visit that church anymore because sometimes God will protect your enemies from you. If you know, you know.